very good for people.
I don't really know what Pilates is, by the way. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, I would try and keep it as a very simple, in what I would say simple terminology. It is, people say Pilates is like yoga. Similar, but it's a bit different. Pilates deal with core stability, your inner core. It actually lengthens the muscles and makes your muscles very strong, and it is excellent for your posture. Very good. Whereas yoga is also those things, but they also have a sequence of movements. So they may repeat one movement several times, and it's just different. It works the body in a different way. They are both good, but Pilates is maybe a bit more gentle, but it is very effective. Excellent. Any age can do this.
Okay, so Pilates is more of like making somebody beautiful and strong.
Well, yes, I would say yes, beautiful and strong. I would use that word, beautiful and strong. Beautiful is good, but very strong. Your inner core, which helps to keep you upright, and that posture is so important, especially in the stressful world we live in today. It is so important. So it just keeps you. It keeps you balanced. Yeah.
Okay, so like now you are not working on the gym, or you're not giving any Zumba classes, maybe individual classes?
I do it voluntary. I do it sometimes in my home, or sometimes I used to do it at the Maritime, outside near the lake. I do it in people's houses because the venue is very difficult for me to find a venue. But
why is it difficult to find a venue in Bahar Dar? Bahar Dar is a big city.
It is, and maybe I think like in my country, in the UK, you can hire halls, you know what we call halls, conference halls and everything, or community halls, and they may charge per hour, for example, and you pay for that amount of time. I think over here it's a different concept, so they may maybe hire a place for like a conference fee, for example, and they may charge you a lot of money, maybe thousands and of birr maybe, and I would say, well, no, I just want it for just 1 hour, and they may not understand, and so it is too expensive for me to rent a place for how many thousands of birr, unfortunately, so I ended up doing it.
The trend around here is like renting a hall for like the whole day or the whole 2 days, maybe the months.
Yeah.
So there is no an hour rent here.
No.
That's the difficult thing
the
about it.
Yeah.
How about the gyms?
The gyms now, if the gym where I first worked, it had a very big, I think it's one of the oldest gyms here actually, and it had a very big exercise room. It had mirrors. It was ideal. Some of the gyms now, they're in hotels. They're quite small, some of them. So when it cannot fit everybody in, because Zumba, when you put a Zumba in your place of work, you will get a lot of people, and then there is not enough space. So I have to think of health and safety for the people. They cannot be squashed together. So the gyms are ideal if the space is big enough. It has.
How about you do it like in shifts, you know, like some of the people in the morning, some of the people in the afternoon, you know, like you can like categorize them with something?
Yeah.
That could be easier to use the gyms, right?
Yes, yes. I think over here in Ethiopia, they have 2 shifts. They have 6 o'clock in the morning, or 12 o'clock your local time, and they have 6 o'clock in the evening. In the UK, where I first started to do the Zumba, they have their gyms throughout the day. So you can have Zumba morning, afternoon, etc. So you can do it like this. So for example, when I was doing my Zumba, I did it in an audience of 150 people, of a very big venue. And that was in the evening time, around 7 o'clock in the evening, because people went to work. So when they came in, everybody came in at 7 o'clock in the morning. 150 people, can you imagine? Exactly. So they had venues big enough for this at different times. Yeah, but here is a 6 o'clock or 12. But I want to change this now.
Good luck.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Besides the challenges, it is fun doing Zumba,
yes,
right?
Definitely.
Tell me about this, you know, like when people first hear about Zumba,
Yeah.
what did they say? When you tell them that you teach Zumba or you give Zumba classes,
Yeah.
what did they say to you?
They say, what is Zumba? What? That's the first thing. I have never heard of Zumba. And I just tell them what it is. It's just different types of musics and dancing. You're dancing is an exercise to music, but world dancing, different dancing, and it's exercise in disguise. And that's what Zumba is. It is exercise in disguise to different world musics.
I can't wait to see that, right?
Oh dear, yes.
Yeah. So it is like, what kind of musics do you use in Zumba?
Okay. Well, when you, in the UK, when you become an instructor, you sign up for your musics. You pay like an insurance every month where they give you the music. They provide everything for you. So every month they give you up-to-date music. So when they do this, you are up to date. Unfortunately, coming to Ethiopia, I had to stop my my insurance because they don't, the transaction between from England to here. So I have still the musics what I have from the UK. So because of this, and I'm a choreographer, I have to end up making up my own dances to some of the music tracks or invent my own dancing in the formula of Zumba still. So this is what I have to do. I am limited sometimes because they no longer send me music, but I still have them here.
Okay. Have you ever tried an Ethiopian song?
I have been trying to do this. I've been trying to do some search because of the language barrier, which I am learning Amharic now. I need to make sure in Zumba music, we have to make sure we do not offend any cultures, any people's beliefs or anything. So because of this, we have to listen to the lyrics of the music first. And because of the language barrier at the moment, I need to know what the lyrics are saying so I do not offend the people in the class who are coming to Zumba. But I definitely want to do the Zumba, and I'm trying to practice your moves from the Ethiopian.
We call it skista.
Oh, I have to pronounce this. What is it called?
Skista.
I won't embarrass myself on the camera, but that's one there.
Yeah.
I want to incorporate some of the Ethiopian dancing, all the different types of tribal dancing. I love the Ethiopian dancing.
Yeah, we do have a lot of music kinds, you know, like in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
So like I think they are going to be useful for the Zumba thing.
Definitely.
The only thing that you need is a translator.
This
or
is it.
Learning Amharic.
I think learning Amharic would be very good. Yes, definitely. But I definitely want to really incorporate the Ethiopian music and the dancing and everything and make it very special for the Ethiopian people and myself so they can enjoy the energy what Zumba brings.
Yeah, and music they can relate to, you know, like they can hear the lyrics, they can relate to the beats.
Yes.
Yeah, making it familiar will help, I think.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
You know, how many hours did you dance? Like, it's dancing is your lifestyle now, right?
Well, do you know what? I was brought up in dancing. My parents are from Jamaica, and they used to dance rhythm and blues, which is like rock and roll. And they taught us these skills. They used to win competitions in Jamaica. And when we were younger, they would say, come here, Diane, come and let me show you this move. And they would say to my sisters, come and let me show you. And my dad, he was a musician. We are all musicians in our family. We all appreciate all different musics. So because of this, music and dance is in my blood. So when I'm at home, I dance in the morning. If I am making my bunna, and I am dancing. If I am anywhere, I am always dancing. So, but for exercise, I have to practice the moves before my class so that I know what I am doing. So I haven't got any particular time of like a set time. I used to before in England when I was doing Zumba very often because I had many classes. But in Ethiopia, I'm a bit more relaxed. I'm more focused on the Pilates more. A bit of Zumba and Pilates together, very good combination. You have the best of both. So I do maybe, in a week, I would say maybe 5 hours, would you believe it? 5 hours of Zumba. That's all I need, because I just, yeah, it just comes naturally. I have to say, it is very addictive. That means you really want to do more and more. When you do Zumba once, I guarantee you want to do it all the time. You say, when is the next Zumba? When is the next Zumba? That's what they be doing. So
that's your sign for a class.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
You are a nurse too, right?
I am, yes.
Yeah, tell me about the
do.
nurse. Does the nursing help to be like a Zumba trainer, or does the Zumba help the nursing thing?
I would say it's the other way around. Zumba will help the nursing because you keep fit. But I don't do much nursing here in Ethiopia now. I did my nursing in England a lot. When I first came to Ethiopia, I was in Addis Ababa, and I did more nursing at that time. In 1992, English Gregorian calendar, I was going backwards and forwards around Ethiopia doing nursing in the different villages, etc. But I found that my nursing training, I trained at the Nightingale School of Nursing in London, a very, very good top nursing school, I have to say. And I found it clashed with the nursing training over in Ethiopia. And I was a bit frustrated because my training was a little bit different. And so I was a bit frustrated. So I had to leave working in a hospital environment. But what I did do was I did it voluntary. So if somebody wanted my assistance, I would go to them. I would either go to their house. I assist a lot of the women here in their delivery of their babies. They call it doula. That means you're almost like a midwife, but it's not a midwife. I'm not a trained midwife. But because I have children myself, they are adults now, but I assist the women here because I understand the language, the medical language, so I can communicate with the doctors here and the midwives. So I am a birth mother over here for many women over here, because it is a blessing to see a child come into this world, and I feel very privileged and honoured to be assist a mother having her baby, bringing this baby into this world. So I am still doing a bit of nursing, but in a different way. Yeah.
In your country, there are like exercise for pregnant women.
Yes, there is. Yes.
But in here, it is not even, nobody heard of it. You know, like pregnant women don't exercise at all.
Okay.
Also, can you tell us about it?
Yeah, sure. So in England, you have the health system is called the National Health System, which is NHS for short. They provide exercise for pregnant women before their baby, during their pregnancy and after. It is called antenatal and postnatal care. So that means the minute the woman finds that she is having a baby, she is pregnant, she will go to her doctor, her general practitioner, GP, and they will give her things what she has to do. One of them is they encourage women to do exercise during the pregnancy. What this does for the woman and the baby, it helps them to prepare for the delivery. So it strengthens the mother's heart, the baby inside. It helps the woman's heart rate. It helps the baby's heart rate. It makes their muscles be strong for the baby. It is hard work to push a baby out, so you need to have this. Now, after you have the baby, some women in England and around the world, they exercise right up until delivery, and it helps for the delivery, and it helps to bring the baby quicker sometimes. When I say quicker, it helps for that delivery. After you have the baby and the baby is healthy, you go back to your doctor. They give you 6 weeks for you to recover. Then they encourage the mother to go to the exercise classes again to make the stomach go back in, and it helps the baby, the mother, have the strength again to help with the baby, because exercise makes you feel happy. It brings you, releases endorphins, hormone, to make the mother feel, oh, I am feeling good. This is what happens to every person who exercises. And that is what it is. And this is what I would love to bring to Ethiopia. Antenatal, postnatal classes for women who are having their babies before and after. We can do that in the community or in the hospital.
We should have that one.
Yes,
right, because it helps. But here, you know, like the trend is like pregnant women don't do exercise at all because it will hurt the baby or it will hurt the mother.
Oh no.
But after you told me about it and I do some research and readings, like a happy mother means a happy child,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
A fit mother is like a strong mother, so who can feed and care for her baby, right?
Yes.
And mother should be in shape too,
absolutely.
right? She should look good.
Yeah,
feel strong.
Feel
right?
strong, yes.
Yeah, so like we need to have that one in our facilities, I think.
Yes, and it's just a matter of educating in the sense of just letting them be aware that operation, you just natural, and you recover quicker. And you know, it does help, and because muscle has a memory, that that means it remembers what you used to do before. If you exercised 5 years ago and you've never had exercise up until 5 years, when you start exercising again, it will remember. Yeah, so when you have your baby, if you was exercising before, it will remember. Afterwards, when you have the baby, oh, I'm going to exercise again, it will remember, and your fitness will come back in 3 days. As quick as that, yep. As quick as that, 3 to 7 days.
I love how human bodies work.
It works, it has been, it is made beautifully, perfect.
You know, like having a memory and just get back to it is a good thing that anybody can have, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Gonna give it to you straight and make you feel it. Coming from Jamaica, it's a remix. Colombian girl is making me miss the magic we share with Daine Kelly.
You know, in my experience, I found that as a nurse, coming from a medical background, and joining together sports, fitness, health, holistically, that means everything together. It works wonderful for the human body. So if you eat good, eat the proper food, and you prepare your food good, if you exercise does not mean you have to be running on a track machine. It could be just walking, getting fresh air, walking, looking after yourself, and also just treating yourself good. We only have one body. We only have one temple, so we want to look after that. So I again feel very honored. I thank God that He's given me these different skills over the years. So combining medical with fitness and holistic therapies, for example, physical therapy, massage, reflexology, this is working the feet. These are the things what I'm trained in, and different other things. They work wonderful, and this is what I want to share to Ethiopia. And again, I know they may not understand maybe everything what I've just said there, and I'm sure at the end of this interview, they can get in contact with either your TV program or find some way of making a contact to get more information about all of these things. And like I said, it's just a matter of me finding a venue for me to be able to do this. There's many skilled people in foreign people here who want to offer these skills. I have friends who are also trained, just like me, highly trained people who can offer dancing to the children. You know, different types of dancing, tap dancing, ballet dancing. You know, we do vocal training. There is a combination of things which there's so much to offer, but we can, what the children and the people can tap into here.
So the only problem about this thing, you know, like working and training people, is finding a proper venue for it, right?
Yes.
So like, what kind of platform do you need to train Zumba?
Well, all we need is a big enough venue, a hall which is big enough, preferably with a mirror, because I find that the children and adults who are doing exercise, they want to see their body. They need to see when they are moving, is it moving in a correct way? And they like to, some of them don't like to see themselves in the mirror at first. They say, oh no, but as they get confident, like exercise makes you feel confident and strong, they want to see themselves in the mirror. So a place where it's big enough, it has a mirror and music facility, big enough to at least hold 50 people or more. Well, even if it is smaller to start off with, but somewhere where they can go and they feel safe. That is a simple thing like this, you know, and they can have a shower after, maybe, who knows, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like all you need is like a hall with a shower and a mirror.
Yeah, or
and
a big,
maybe a sound amplifier.
Yeah, a sound amplifier is very important, yes. Because I don't have these things. I work, like I say, voluntary. I bring my little tape recorder. And yeah, so.
So you cannot dance with that tape recorder.
No, I
thing,
cannot.
Right?
No, I'm so old-fashioned. I have what they used to call a ghetto blaster. I don't. I need to move at the times, I know. So if they have these facilities here, then all the people have to do is come, you know, and, you know, if anybody, for example, has a weight problem, you know, because the Western diet is influenced around the world a lot now. So in Ethiopia, I've seen the changes over the years since coming here. The Western diet is coming into here. So there's a lot of different dietary problems. Some people may have obesity, you know, have gained weight. Some people have diabetes, medical problems, high blood pressure, things like this. Exercise will eradicate this. It will help them. This is the things I want to promote.
Let's go back to nursing and Zumba. While you were in UK,
yes,
you used to do both, right? You
I
trained the dancing classes and you do the nursing thing. How does it go?
Well, I have to say, I did the nursing first. Before Zumba even came out, I was nursing before then. So we're talking back in the 90s, I was nursing. By the time Zumba came out, I left nursing because I wanted a change of career, because I found that I wanted to have a change in my life, and where I had my children, so I wanted to also lose a bit of weight after having the children. So I found that going to the gym, my friend said, Diane, go to the gym. I said, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. And I said, I don't believe in the gym, I'm an outdoor person. They said, you know, so I tried it and I fell in love with the gym. And I just felt happy. Then I kept on going and I said, I want to change my career. So I went into the fitness industry. So I went into teaching aerobic classes. I do children's gym because there was a lot of obesity, fatness for the children. Their diets were very poor. They sit in front of the TV with their computer. And I trained in children's fitness. Then I went to do a personal training. That means one-to-one. I trained with some of the footballers, which I won't mention the football teams in the UK. I trained with the football trainers, and it just went on. And so then I said, oh, let me use some of my medical background now. How can I make people see how important exercise is? Because it worked for me. Let me see if it did. And then I had my business in the UK, and I offered medical advice about how you can reduce your blood pressure, your high blood pressure. How can you lose weight with a good, careful diet? And it went on and it went on. And then I just opened my business, and I had a massage therapy business, and it just went on from there. And this is what I did. So the medical nursing was before. I stopped nursing, then I went into the fitness and holistic, and that's what I did. So it was separate, but I brought them together.
You know what? People don't want to change a career because it kind of is difficult.
Yes.
You know, like I cannot wake up today in the morning and I say like, I'm going to change my career.
Yeah.
Because I have to study something, I have to find a job, I have to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
But for you, it is like, you just said like, I wanted to change my career, and you just turn it from nursing to physical trainer, which you love more. Yeah. How did you do that?
I had to have a lot of faith to say that this is going to work. I believe that God is going to help me with this. I am going to believe that if I have to make a change, because I loved nursing, because I'm helping people. I love to help people in whatever way. But when I experienced my first day of going into that gym and doing an aerobic class and the music playing, because I'm a musician, and the minute I heard that music and the instructor was standing in front of the class doing teaching us this movement, I said, this is for me. I want to do this. I like how I feel. I like the movements. I love the music. That is when I said to my husband at the time, I said, I'm going to change my career. He says, oh, you cannot do the money, you know, and I said, we will be okay. We will be okay because we have children. Like I said, we will be okay. Then I did. I went to college and I studied very hard. I have to study all my professions. I study very hard. I'm up at night time studying and studying. Then I chose my music very carefully because your music is very important. You will see later with Zumba, the beat of that music has to drive the people. And they say, oh, I like this music and the energy. And then I started my first class. I left nursing. I advertised for my first class. And I only had 5 people. Only 5 people came. I said, okay, I'm going to continue. Then the following week, 10 people, and so on. Then when I introduced Zumba, I only had 2 people. Yes, for Zumba, because they did not know about this. And so I had to change and say 2 people, and I was working for a gym then. They said, Diane, we are losing money here. I said, please, just believe me, it's going to work. Then, about 6 months later, they had to give me a big, before it was a very tinish, small hall. Then I said, you're going to have to give me another hall, because people were queuing outside. It went to 30 people. Then 150 people, and there was people queuing outside. In the car park was full. There was people outside on the road, and the gym could only hold the maximum 150. When they went outside, my son, he was helping me with the music. He said, Mother, he says, I was in the car park and they saw all these people outside the car, and they were angry because they could not come into the class. But this place, they could not hold any more people. So this is my faith, what I had. I said, no, I am going to do this. So Zumba and my exercise classes, I was on a stage. They had to put me on a stage with a microphone and do my Zumba and my exercise classes. So, and and it was history after that. So I want to bring this to Ethiopia. I want to do Zumbathon, so people can come and enjoy. And Pilates, we mustn't leave Pilates out.
Okay.
My last thing would be to say that, to encourage the people of Ethiopia to just, if you wasn't exercising before, just to try it. Simply walk with your family, walk with your children. Just make them get used to exercise. Bring it into the schools. They won't allow, I want to go into the schools, but I think over here and most countries you have to have a degree in physical education. Now, I don't have a degree in physical education to go into the schools, but in the UK I was teaching in the schools without this. And that is blocking me from going into the schools because I don't have this, because I have 30 years of experience. And I said, I know I don't have the degree to go into the schools, but if you look at what I can achieve with the children for them to enjoy at a young age, fitness and exercise, then please allow me to do this. Allow me into the schools to do this. And just believe and trust that I will make those children, hopefully help those children to enjoy exercise for the rest of their life and the generations going on.
But you are a certified physical trainer, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I am. I am, yes. But I think they want to see maybe, you know, physical education, you know, they maybe want to see the certification of, you know, degree. you know, in that. And that this
But that works for the teachers. There is a subject called physical education in Ethiopia.
Yes.
So you are not going to teach physical education, it's obvious, but they can arrange a class for Zumba too. You know, like once in a week maybe for the kids.
Yeah. I agree with you with this, but they asked me, where is your qualification for this? So I can show them many physical training, education for children and everything. But I think they want to see physical education degree, Baka. That's what they want to see. That's what they want to see only. And this is the problem. If they can let me in there, I know those children will. You have to make it fun for them. There's so many ways. So, yeah, this is what I would love to do.
You know what? If you are introduced with this exercising thing while you are young and you are a child,
yes,
you know, you keep it forever.
Yeah.
You know, like it will help you like to be more physical and into exercise when you grow up, when you go to, like when you get to be an adult, right?
Yes.
So like introducing the idea while they were kids is like the good thing. I think the schools have to work with you.
Yes, absolutely. And it helps them for their studying, because when you're active and that circulation, your blood is pumping around, it goes to your brain, it stimulates your mind. So those children, when they finish doing their exercise, when they go to sit down behind that desk, they feel energized, ready to learn. It helps with their exams. I show you an example. When I was in the UK, I used to do a class for medical doctors and nurses who were at university. They used to say, Diane, I have no time to go to the gym. We have exams for medical to be a doctor. I says, okay. I goes, when is your exam? And they would tell me. I goes, I am going to put a class on for medical people and students or any person who is studying. And they said, oh, I can't. I goes, please try it, just one day a week. Wow. You know what happened was they said, you have to put another class on. Once again, it was full with all medical students, men and women, all over. It was in Manchester, all over Manchester, because they heard it was specifically for their exams. And a lot of them passed, they qualified, they had the energy to do their exams. They were re-energized, because before they were behind in their books. Study. They were tired, they were sleeping. They did 1 hour, that's all. They went, studied, they came back, they studied all night. And they had to train on the hospital. So it works. So you can imagine the young children, they will pass their exams, they will go to college and university, because they are strong. Their body and mind is equipped for this. There's no failure for this.
I am hoping for our children to do that,
they are our future.
Yeah,
and they will pass it on.
Yeah.
They are our future. We have to look after them. If they have to, the world is becoming like everything is academic with paper. Where is your paper? And it is blocking very good people who have the life skills to teach the next generation. And this is what my not just myself, other obstacles, the paper. This educational paper sometimes stops you a place from accepting you. They say, no, you have not got a degree. No, you have not got masters. Because yes, but I have 30 years of experience.
Now it is time for Zumba. Diane here is going to show us how the Zumba dancing is doing. And I have never done a Zumba class before. I have never exercised Zumba before. So I am going to try it, and wish me luck. And we are going to change our classes into the exercising outfit, and we'll see you later with that. Stay with us.
Hi, everybody. So we are now going to start the demonstration of the Zumba. So we've got lovely, beautiful Fika here. It's her first time doing Zumba. So we're going to show you some of the movements, first of all. Then we're going to start the music. So are you ready? If you want to join in at home, join in. Okay? So we're going to start the demonstration like now. Should we start? Yeah? Okay. Okay. So before we do start, before I mentioned about checking a person's health, a quick health check to make sure that they are fit enough to do the exercise. So Fika, we were spoken before, and yes, she is absolutely fit. I asked her the questions, if she's got any high blood pressure, has she got any conditions. She is perfectly fit, absolutely fit for Zumba. So yes, so we've checked now. So are you ready at home? Are you ready, Fika, for your demonstration?
Of course.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's
Do this. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's our first movement. Now with Zumba, I have to say with Zumba, the key to Zumba is this. All you have to do is listen to the music, just watch what I'm doing, and then after you just have fun. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. No problem. Chiki no problem. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, so I'm going to face you for now. So your first movement is, actually I need to turn around for this one because it will get you confused. So we are going to stand in an angle like this. Your right foot, you're going to go forward, back, forward, back. Now copy me doing this. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Good. And then we are going to change direction, the same movement. Then you're going to go forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. About 8 of those, okay? So when you do that, then you do this quite a few times. The other movement is you do this. I'm going to show you going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Should we try that? Here we go. Are we doing this? Are you following at home? Here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Shimmy, shimmy. Just do that again and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Perfect. She is good. Then you will then go, then you follow me after that. Then what you were going to do, the chorus, it will go, whoa. So what you do is this, just like you're going to put something out, you're going to go 1, 2, 8 of these. You can copy me. So 1, 2, 3, good. 8 of those. Then you change size doing the same thing. So it's that way, 1, 2, good, 3, yeah, and 8 of these. Do you have that at home, everybody on Hamhara TV? Do you have this? Good. And then that is that one. That is the chorus. That same movement, you will go round in a circle. I will demonstrate it first. You will go 1 all the way round for 8. 8. And then you go the other way.
Oh.
Should we try this?
Yeah.
We're going to try this. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to go round this way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and it's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and you're on your 8. Yeah? That's your chorus. That will come a lot of times.
Okay.
Now here is the most difficult part. This is the hardest part of this.
Okay.
Now we're going to go all Egyptian here. So I'm going to face you for this one. You have your hand on here, hands here. Okay. We're going to go that way first. We're going to do 8 of those. Then you turn. A quick demonstration. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 8 of these, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the other side, 8. Cement. Yeah. Then the music. Exactly. It is like it. So you have to. You are working your hips. You're that perfect. Perfect. You see this? You see this Amhara TV. Perfect. It's her first time and she's doing so good. Go, Bez. Then what you do after your 8, you do 4 quick ones and then you turn. I'll demonstrate. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, then turn 2, 3, 4. I will show you this way. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn 2, 3, 4. Then it's that way. Should we do that together? Yeah? Here's to the 4 and turn. Here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn to other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I think we are ready to start with the music. Are you ready for this, Vika?
Yeah.
So we are going to now put the music on. Are you ready at home, Hamhara TV? And forward, back, forward, back. Good. Now get ready for this one. On this one.
to Jamaica, and I met this girl. She was from Colombia. Now she's gone away. I don't know what to say. Then I think I regain. I didn't catch her name. She's at the party. She's at the party. When I want to see her dancing, I wanna kiss her. I wanna touch her. When I want to see her dancing, she's at the party. She's at the party. When I want to see her dancing, I wanna kiss her. I wanna touch her. When I want to see her dancing.
You got it. And that's it. Give it a big hand. That is brilliant. You have burnt a lot of calories today, and so it's Vicky. You see how good it is. We are out of breath. Well done, Vicky.
Thank you very much.
She's done very well. It's her first time doing it.
This is Amharati enjoying the weekend. Oh my God. And don't forget to join the Zumba classes with Daine Kelly. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you, Amhara TV.